The Nigerian Senate has asked President Bola Tinubu to kickstart advocacy for full autonomy of local governments in the country to curb insecurity, rural-urban migration, decaying infrastructure, and widespread unemployment. This was part of resolutions reached during a debate on a motion to resuscitate the local government system in Nigeria, sponsored by Senator Kawu Suleiman. Our reporter Jennifer Odimayo tells us more.
Local government autonomy is the freedom of the local government to exercise authority within the confines of the law or constitution. This is to enable them to discharge legally or constitutionally assigned responsibilities satisfactorily but without undue interference or restraint from within or higher authority. The resolution was a sequel to a motion sponsored by Kwawu Sumaila NNPP Kano South during the plenary. Sumaila, while presenting the motion, lamented the neglect of the local government system in many parts of the country.
Without genuine control and decision-making power, local government may be unable to tailor security measures to specific community needs and to build trust with residents, hindering cooperation and effectiveness. Disturb that without the power to initiate and manage local economic development initiatives like attracting business, investing in skill training, and promoting local entrepreneurship, local government may be less equipped and address unemployment. Also disturbs that reliant on higher level allocation, local government may lack sufficient resources for essential infrastructure maintenance and development, leading to the deterioration of roads, water system, and vital services in the communities.
Other lawmakers who have described the local government as the most abused system have equally called for an amendment to the 1999 Constitution to catalyze such independence.
Those days when the local government functioned, whether it was native authority or whatever, we had better security arrangements and were safer and better and more secured than now. And until the local government system functions, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, will be on a wild goose chase. Our security will continue to be deleterious. And therefore, here is the challenge. The political elites in Nigeria, regardless of what level you play your politics, our challenge is let's be patriotic enough.
The real problem is simple. Who controls the governors? Under the law, they have immunity, so you can no longer sue them for utilizing the funds wrongly. Also, governors right now control the state houses of assembly, so they will never let the state houses of assembly make laws that will remove them from directly supervising how those funds will go. Therefore, in amending the Constitution, we should go back to Section 7, where this local government controlled by governors is, which is on the joint state and local government account, which means that if we control that and put strictures separating the state from having access to those ones, then we solve the problem. I think that that is the way to go.
In supporting this motion, I'm going to say that the only way we can solve what is happening in our country today is to return local government money 100% to the local government council and improve the capacity of the people running local government. The capacity must be as equivalent of anything. Like, you cannot just carry anybody say, run this local government. The local governments are getting 300, 400, 500 million naira as a monthly allocation. So, Mr. President, help us to implement what my colleague Kawo has already said in this, because we need the local government council authorities.
The healthcare delivery system in the country is not working, particularly at the local government level. The educational system, as we all know, particularly primary education, which is supposed to be the responsibility of the local government, they are no longer capable of carrying out these responsibilities because the resources that are coming are being cornered by the government, by the governors. They only give them money to pay salaries, and that's all. So there is no other time, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, to amend the Constitution and to make it possible for local government to operate autonomously.
It will not be easy. We started the autonomy for judiciary and the legislature. It was not easy. But today, they have autonomy. So this one too is possible. And I support the motion that local governments should be granted their autonomy.
The Deputy Senate President, Boro Jebre, emphasizes that any comprehensive review of the 1999 Constitution must include genuine devolution of powers to local government.
There are chains of action to be taken. It's not only for us to vote for the autonomy of local governments. We must vote for a body different from a body that be controlled by state government to conduct local government elections. Otherwise, forget it. We must return local government elections to INEC. Or if you are not returning to INEC, create a body which is independent of state governors in the first place. If you do not that, if you don't follow this chain of actions, and you say you want to have autonomy, even with this proposal we're having, we'll go and do it. But who are those to man or to control those funds? Chairman. Appointed by who? By governors. So in Hausa, we say, but the chance doesn't it doesn't change anything. So we have to, concentrate on two things. Mode of election, those who are going to conduct the elections, to have the people that are going to man the local government areas have an independent, truly independent body to conduct the election. Then we go for amending the Constitution to allow for the autonomy.
The upper chamber also asked the president to convene a national dialogue involving governors, state legislators, local government officials, civil society organizations, and community leaders to discuss the roadmap towards achieving full local government autonomy. Jennifer Odimayo reporting for MLC TV.